Now notice the change, that front getting a little bit closer to our area, but it looks like rain chances primarily stay out to our west and northwest for our Wednesday. So this map right here is 4 p.m. Wednesday. So storms off to the northwest. Remember that very, very small 1 out of 5 severe weather risk category for parts of central Indiana and into parts of Illinois. All righty, we're going to move ahead in time. We'll go to late night tomorrow night. And it looks like this is at 11 p.m. tomorrow night, and the storm's mainly still off to our north and the west. And that basically takes us to the end of the NAM 3-kilometer weather model, as this here is at 2 a.m. With that weather model. Bringing up now, this goes to the 5th, early Thursday morning. This is the High Resolution Rapid Refresh weather model, 8 a.m. Thursday morning. Now we're starting to see that front get a little bit closer to our area. I still think there is going to be some dry time for Thursday, not a washout or a rainout, but some periods of some showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible. Now we're too far out. We need to get to the GFS high resolution weather model, which matches up pretty good. This is This is heading into early Thursday morning. So that is 8 a.m. Thursday, 11 a.m. Thursday. So notice we don't see the big red or orange, those big blobs around the area. So again, severe weather not expected for us here locally, but that is your map for 2 p.m. on Thursday. Rain chance, especially in southern Indiana. Notice here Thursday afternoon for your June 5th, a little drier when you get farther south of that front. So that front gets hung up over southern Indiana here. And if you're closer to the front, you're closer to the action. So there might be a lot of Kentucky that actually has a decent amount of dry time for Thursday. All right, now we're going to move ahead in time with the GFS weather model. We'll go to 8 p.m. for Thursday. There you can still see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Yes. So Laura was saying, pray they stay away till everyone wakes up. Yeah, we never want those nocturnal severe weather events. And thankfully, as Laura mentions too, okay, good, not severe. Yeah, Thursday does not look severe for us. But there you see some active weather actually over much of the continental United States. As we look at the big broad view, sometimes I just like to go into outer space. I just love the mapping on this system. So, all right, we're going to cruise back home. We just took a quick trip on, Elon or Bezos' rocket, and now we're coming back. We're coming back to Earth here, and then we're going to go into our June 6th, Friday. And this is when I think we're going to have the rain chance ramping up. So this is what we call a short wave, about, say, 18,000 feet up. You've got some energy that's going to cruise along the front, the stationary front. Stationary means it's going to be stalled out Thursday and Friday. So watch that wave right there as we progress in time through our Friday. All right, we're going to go ahead to 11 a.m. and then 2 p.m. All right, so now we're starting to see that rain chance ramping up as we head into the afternoon and evening time on Friday. So there you can see, this is when we might have some stronger storms. And notice the trend here, we'll see if this happens, that Indiana getting the heavier rain than Kentucky this time around with that short wave to the north. So this is your Friday at 5 p.m. I would plan on some rain at this point in time. All right, so let's try to get this front out of here. It's going to take some time. This is Friday at 8 p.m. and then Friday at 11 p.m. Could have a couple rounds of some showers and thunderstorms for our Friday. Friday looking pretty wet. Now, some of the data does have that front shifting to the south. That would be good news for Saturday as we start to see some drier conditions heading our direction for Saturday. But with that said, We don't have high pressure setting over us, so we don't have anything to really keep a lid on the atmosphere. So if we get some daytime heating, we still might have a couple of pop-up showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon. So I've kept like a 30% chance in that, but definitely lower chance Saturday than our Friday and our Thursday and Friday. Now let's go into our 8th of June, graduation day for my daughter and her graduation party. Let's try to keep that dry. It does look mostly dry. This is 2 p.m. Sunday. There's just like a little hint of green, maybe a little pop-up shower. And we're going to get into that weather pattern. You all know it. Summertime, a lot of times there'll be just flat out 20 to 30% chance every day of the 7-day forecast. Afternoon heating, you get the pop-up isolated shower or thunderstorm. Unless you get a big ridge of high pressure over the area to put a lid on that thunderstorm development. But if you don't have a big area of high pressure, that afternoon heating can promote a few of those pop-ups. But looking drier Saturday and Sunday overall. And then let's go into our June the 9th, Monday. This is kind of the bend on the limb segment. We're going a little bit farther out. It does have a little wave moving through, a little bit of a rain chance there for our Monday. And then hopefully that's south and moving out of here for Tuesday. So we're going to see all of this wrapped up in the weather, all this weather model data, I should say, wrapped up in the 7-day forecast as we look at that forecast here once again here momentarily. So we are going to check that out here just a second. So there you go. Now, how much rain are we talking about? Let's go ahead and put up the total precipitation here. And as we back up our view, again, as we go global, a ridge of high pressure keeping it dry out over the western United States, but a whole lot of rain in, I'd say, the eastern 2/3 of the United States, a bullseye of the heaviest rain out over around Kansas City, Missouri. Notice inches upon inches of rain through the rest of this week. So this is this week's total rainfall amount. Oops, I cleared off more than I wanted to clear off, so let me bring that back up. We're looking at the total precipitation amount here through 162 hours. This takes us into Monday. But most of this is going to be really Thursday and Friday. So as we come home here and we just plot out some of these rainfall totals. So notice there, I'll put this up full screen here for you. Does your yard need a little water? So there you go. That is plotting out rainfall totals of around 1 to 3 inches. I don't think we're going to see flooding from this because everything is growing so good and there's not that runoff you get in the wintertime. So a lot of the grass and the trees and everything going to be soaking up the water that we do get. But we'll kind of watch that a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be any issue for as far as flooding, but definitely going to get wet at times Thursday, Friday, and maybe a few leftover showers on Saturday. So that is your rainfall total for the rest of this week. Again, a bit higher for areas out to the west of our area. That's what you need, though. It's growing season. You can't get too dry for too long or things dry out pretty quickly. I'm hoping that my yard will slow down growing. I had a chance to mow it all yesterday in that sunshine before it got too hot out there for today. All right, let's go ahead and bring back up the forecast. We are going to take that off and bring this back up. So here's that forecast today, 88 degrees. Now, could we see a few areas that overachieved perhaps in the cities? So around the concrete, around that pavement, perhaps we'll see a 90-degree mark. I always look forward to this first 90. When are we going to get it? Typically, we have a first 90-degree day by around May 31st, June 1st. So we're a little bit past normal. Our hottest so far this year has been 86 degrees. The humidity up just a little bit later this afternoon as dew points head into the 60s. The dew points that measure water content in the air. And with that south breeze, we're going to be funneling in and pooling up some moisture ahead of that front. And so you're going to notice the humidity on the rise over the next few days. UV index, very high level of 8 today, so that burn is pretty easy to do if you're in that direct sunshine for a while today. So you might want to seek some of that shade and apply that sunscreen today. And this is a look at still, we have some of that wildfire smoke around the region. It just hasn't had a good push to get out of here, as we've had an overall flow from the north, bringing it down the last couple of days. And then today's kind of a transition as we start to get airflow from the south, and eventually we should start to kick out some of that wildfire smoke that's provided hazy and orangish and reddish sunsets and sunrises. It's a play ball forecast, 88 that high today. Looks like we'll be in the 80s for most of the evening time. After sunset in the 70s. Sunsets are late though at 9:02, and a south wind around 10 to 15. We have moderate levels today of grass and tree pollen and possibly some mold spores out there. That continues over the next couple of days. And this is just a look at our sunset times. 9:02 now. Our latest sunsets are right around the beginning of summertime, June 20th to the 22nd. Our longest days are sunsets at 9:10. You have even a little twilight up until about 10 p.m. Our daylight length right now is 14 hours and 41 minutes. That climbs to 14 hours 49 minutes by the beginning of summertime. And then after that, we start to lose daylight for the rest of the summer and into the fall and into the winter time. So our daylight goes down to 14 hours 20 minutes with a before 9 p.m. sunset by July 24th. And by early September, a before 8 p.m. sunset. And our day length, we lose by that time 2 hours of day length by early September with 12 hours and 40 minutes of daylight. So between now and September, we lose 2 hours of daylight. 69, that low temperature for tonight. Clear and warm, south wind at around 5 to 10. And for tomorrow, we are looking, again, same temperatures. It looks like it'll be dry through the daytime. High of 88, that's 5 above our normal high of 83 degrees. Our sunrise at 6:20 and sun setting again at 9:02. Lots of sunshine out there for your June 4th, Wednesday. Slight chance maybe of a shower or storm sneaking into southern Indiana late Wednesday night, but it looks like a better chance there for Thursday of some spotty showers and thunderstorms. Not expecting severe weather with that for Thursday. And then into our Friday, our best chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area, especially in the afternoon and evening time, a high of 82. And then behind that front, as it shifts to the south, might still get an isolated shower at some point Saturday with a high of 81. But I would say a lot more dry time than wet for this weekend, and around 80 for a high Sunday. So our temperature's getting just a little bit below normal into the weekend and into early next week. It looks like we could have a little sliver of a disturbance moving through Monday that could also pop up a shower or thunderstorm. So the summer-like heat is here with us for a couple of days, and we've been looking at that sunshine live here as we are in Uptown New Albany, live here in the Extol Media Studios with your Extol weather. Been at 10 as we're now up to about 10:40 on our Tuesday morning. So who's loving that very warm sunshine forecast out there for today? I'm going to bring this back up. We are going to get rid of that data right there. I want to also encourage you at any time that you would like, you can head to extolmag.com. It is extolmag.com. And then just click on the weather section. You can see that right there in the upper right-hand corner, that little flashing icon right there. And it'll take you right to our weather page, where we've got all the tools set up for you. My live show. We have interactive radar. You got the current winds, current temperatures, 3-day forecast, 7-day forecast that I posted there. And then the weather story of the day. Today I posted the summer heat is here, storms later this week. When you click on the weather story, that'll take you to the weather stories that I posted throughout the week. And you also have all the weather maps so you can take a longer look at. You click on them, they come up full screen for you. We've got it all set up nice and easy. Again, there's your UV index that is very high for today. You scroll down some of the weather maps with the weather model data, the 7-day forecast. So all of that right there for you at extolmag.com/weather. And as you scroll on down farther, you got your storm prediction center risks, severe weather watches, today's storm reports, Current Indiana weather and traffic with the NDOT cameras set up right there too. So you can zoom in wherever you would like to. Well, there's a bunch of cameras right here on the Sherman-Minton Bridge. So that is looking as you're going westbound back into New Albany toward State Street. Actually towards that New Albany first exit right there. So we're seeing that lush green grass and the sunshine up above as we look at the semis roll on by there on Interstate 64. So again, just some of the tools that you will find there at extolmag.com. There again is the interactive radar with the current conditions. 80 degrees now already at 1040 in Louisville downtown. We've got mid 70s now in New Albany and in Jeffersonville and Sellersburg. This temperature station here is popping up pretty warm too near Greenville in Palmyra. But we are in the 70s across our area, and as you expand out, there you can see the rain that is off to the northwest that will be sliding our direction Thursday and especially into Friday. But right now, that is staying off to the northwest of our area. Plenty of rain over a bunch of cornfields out there over Iowa and northern Missouri. So again, all those tools right there at extolmag.com/weather. And just a fun look at the falls of the Ohio.org webcam looking over the Ohio River in the city of Louisville. And there's looks like a UPS jet flying over as well, making a landing there. So you can check that out at the fallsoftheohio.org webcam. I want to thank our sponsors and partnerships, ivytech.edu. Head to the Sellersburg location. Very nice website here. You can look at programs for high schoolers, free credential with next level jobs. You can attend 2 colleges at once. You can learn more about how to tuition and aid and admissions and their summer sessions. Take a look. Lots you can find out right there. And once you get all that education, you become a roofing repair technician. They've got a job opening at Lyons Roofing, located in Memphis, Indiana. They cover southern Indiana, metro Louisville, other parts of Kentucky as well. They are locally owned, local family, nice folks there. Give them a ring, 812-294-3595, 812-294-3595, or just head to lionsroofingco.com. More job postings here at libspaving.com, L-I-B-S paving.com. Look at all of the current job openings. Scrolling. So take a look there, whether it might be a summer opportunity for you or a lifelong career. Check them out. You can apply there online. And once you get all that money, put it in the bank. NWSB, people you know wherever you go, banking the way you want. You got personal business. Maybe you have a business and you need a business account. They got digital banking, all the different tools there that you can check out as well. You'll find a friendly face at any Southern Indiana branch. They've got the NWSB mobile app, Bazing Awards with many different businesses in Southern Indiana. And you might, if you're thinking about buying a home, check out their mortgages and maybe even their home equity lines of credit. That is newwashbank.com, NWSB. All right, that's going to wrap it up here for our Ben at 10 as we've been going for about 43 minutes. I hope you found some content that'll be useful for you in planning your week ahead. We've got Jeanette Pierce. Good morning from Litchfield, Kentucky. The weather is looking great overall. Have a great day. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be dry today and tomorrow in the upper 80s. That will evaporate some of that ground moisture, so it's not bad that we occasionally get rain chances as we get closer to summertime. I've been told that farmers with the soybeans and the corn first needs about an inch of rain per week. So that's, about 3 or 4 inches of rainfall to keep things growing at a nice steady pace through the summer season. So not good to get in a drought. And when you get in a drought, we always say it's hard to get out. We don't know if that'll happen this summer, but that's when you get those brutal heat waves and you get a lot of problems in the gardens and the lawns as well. I think that'll wrap it up for today. Thank you for tuning in, guys, here on Ben at 10. Thanks for liking or sharing or subscribing on YouTube. Search us on YouTube as well, Extol Media, EXTOL, and hit the like and subscribe there. We're live streaming there every morning too with Ben at 10. You'll also find more videos each morning. I do a video as well, walking into work weather. Extol Weather on Facebook and on my Facebook page here, meteorologist Ben Piney. We're here with you every morning at 10 a.m. There it is, P-E-I-N-E. And the last place you can find us for now is also extolmag.com/weather. So we got a last comment coming in from Dana Buckner. Any severe weather for Greensburg this week? So you guys are a little bit farther away from the front as it sets up over southern Indiana Thursday. No severe weather Thursday. If you did get a strong thunderstorm, I would say watch out for Friday late afternoon, evening time. That's kind of the timing right now. Kind of one chance there. And Dana, as we look ahead next day or two, we're going to start to get into that higher resolution weather model data, and then that will fine tune that forecast more and more. But for now, I'll just have a little bit of a heads up for late Friday. But yeah, keep tuning in, and we'll keep updating you here day by day. I think if that is Dana, the last comment there. All right, you guys have a great day. Also, if you're watching the replay, remember, drop in a comment, and we'll check that out later as well. Thanks for joining us on our Tuesday edition, June 3rd, and enjoy that summer-like weather out there and that sunshine today.